Calmer Waters 22. How is everyone doing? Before we get started, give your girl a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. It'd make me feel so warm and fuzzy inside if you did so. And I wanted to send everyone so much love, so much self-trust, and the ability to look at your world with a silver lining, okay? So the topic that I would like to discuss with everyone today is it's time to take a leap of faith in your personal journey. Are you doing that? Have you done this yet? And if you haven't, why not? What is holding you back from taking a leap of faith in any direction to manifest your desires and to manifest the highest version of yourself and everything that you've always dreamed that you know you can do? I want to state this before we dive into this topic. Years ago, when I was speaking to somebody at the store, the clerk at the, while you're getting your food and you're checking out, right? And we were just shooting the shit. And I just said, I have an idea. And I gave him my idea. We were just talking, right? And he said, make sure when you speak your idea out, to people or just in general, just letting anyone know your ideas, that you are ready to implement that idea into your own world. Because once you send it out into the ethers, if you don't pick it up and put the energy behind it to manifest it, right? Somebody else will, that has the strength, the courage to embody that idea, and God will give it to them. So, how many times have you done this in your own world? And what age, even though age is nothing but a number, but when in this process of your journey are you going to stop saying, I'll do it then, or I'll do it when I have this, or I'll do it when this gets better in my world, or I'll do it when I separate from this person, or I'll do it when my kids are grown, or I'll do it this. You make so many excuses. And I know some of you have seen this happen in your own reality, where you, like I said, put the idea out there in the universe, and then you see it like on, YouTube, or you see it on a commercial, or you see it online when you're ordering something. You're like, oh my God, I had that idea to do that. Someone else God gave it to that person because they knew they would carry out that vision. Okay. I encourage you to stop doing this, because what it does is it really diminishes your inner strength, because you start feeling like, I could have done that. I really could have. I had the idea. It was my idea, right? But you didn't do anything with it. So Source said, forget it. We're not going to just let these ideas just float around in the ethers and not have them manifest and materialize, okay? I encourage you not to do this anymore. This is not serving you well, and it is not making you feel whole and perfect now. So let's get into it. I wrote down some notes so we can stay on topic. So are you full of curiosity? I know they say curiosity killed the cat. That's great. But you can also be curious and not get, what? You can be curious and actually manifest your curiosity into your reality and make your dreams come true. So, where have you lost that magical child, imaginary essence where it's so fun to try new things or try something that you've always wanted to try. Even if you try something that you've always wanted to try and you end up doing it and you don't really get the satisfaction out of it that you thought, at least you tried, right? You can at least check that off your list. Like, I tried. Didn't really give me the results in my heart space as I thought it would, but at least I tried. So don't lose curiosity within yourself because of all the things in this world that can weigh you down and keep you in that hamster wheel of mundane living, okay? Don't do that to yourself. I recommend you don't do it to yourself. You can choose to do whatever you would like, but I recommend and suggest that you don't. Are you ready for the adventure that this curiosity, this leap of faith could give you? Are you ready for it? How fun would it be to actually tell yourself, I did it. I did it no matter what. I did it stumbling on my words. I did it if my voice shook. I did it if people laughed at me. It doesn't matter. I created these socks and they didn't really go so well, but I liked them. It doesn't matter. At least you did it, right? Think about it like that. And maybe you can change your perspective and give yourself the courage to carry out your plan and your desires. Are you ready to express your authenticity? Because when you take a leap of faith, you are being your true self. Because this is something that you've always earnestly wanted. So are you ready to do that for yourself? Are you ready to put the naysayers to sleep? Lay them down and tuck them in their own beds while you make your bed, and your bed is abundant. Are you ready for that? Where's your passion? Have you lost passion for life? Why? Because of everything that's going on or everything you've been through. So you choose to lose the passion of your curiosity, your leap of faith, your desires, things that you've always wanted to try. Don't lose passion. Up that passion level up. Let's raise the bar for ourselves, okay? Because we can do it no matter what. You know this because you've gotten yourself through so many other things. So the next step is pouring into your desires and keeping the passion and the flame lit, even when the energies don't support it. Okay? I know that we cannot do things without being practical in life. Some of us have more of this in our charts, that we are more practical and we like to move in a more practical way, a more conservative way. I get that. That doesn't mean you lose passion for your desires. That doesn't mean you lose adventure. And it doesn't mean you don't take a leap of faith. You just do it more calculated. You may need to plan it better. You may need to say, hey, I'll put a little money aside for this and then I'll pay my bills. Instead of going to buy this or that, I'll put it away for my passion. I'll put it away for my dream jar, right? You can do that. You can do so many things. But what you are not permitted to do is make excuses for these wonderful gifts that are waiting inside of you. And you don't want to be a half-lived man or woman, okay? You don't want to be laying down and it's time for you to transition and you say to yourself, I wish I would have. That is a sad story, okay? So I wanted to give you a few good tools, reminders. This is one thing that I do that has helped me so much. I carry around a little notebook in my purse. Males, you can buy a smaller one. You can put it in your back pocket. If you have a vehicle, you can put in your glove compartment. There's so many ways. So don't say, oh, I'm not carrying that around because I'm a male. Fine. You can get something small. And the reason why I suggest that you carry around a notebook, because even though I'm about to give you some tools and so you can make a cheat sheet for yourself to remind yourself, there's so many things we have to deal with in a day, right? In our nows when we rise. And trying to remember it all is pure cuculaca. Don't do that to yourself. Write it down. You do it in college, you do it in school, whatever. You do it at work. You have a cheat sheet that you reference back to so that you can remember. So I encourage you. I'm going to give you a few pointers here, a few little nuggets, some tools. You don't have to take mine. You can come up with your own. You can take a couple of mine, come up with your own. You don't have to take any of mine and just come up with all of your own. Either way, you fit it how it needs to go in your own world, okay? So let's start with number 1. Letting go of control will help you take that leap of faith. Stop trying to control everything. You know, it's so best. To sit back and let things happen. You put the idea out there. You take that leap of faith and just let it materialize. Stop trying to control everything. When is it going to come? When is it going to happen? Oh, how come I didn't get this? How come this didn't happen yet? It's been 1 year. Okay. Move on. Start doing some other things that support your leap of faith. And stop hyper-focusing on something. Stop controlling the outcome. Because you can anyway. You'll just block it and delay it. And that's not serving you well anyway. Okay, next. Following your calling. I don't know what my calling is, Calmer Waters. Yes, you do. You haven't gotten quiet enough. You haven't set that intuition up yet. And setting your intuition up will help you get the messages. But you do need to quiet your mind. And you need to quiet your mind more than just 10 seconds, 10 minutes. You know, before you go to bed, I hope you're not on your phone. That is a intuition blank. For real. You are not allowing your nervous system, your adrenals, you're not allowing them to calm down so that you can get an intuition, your true organic intuition, not things clouding your mind and going in here that are not your own thoughts. Okay? So you do know your calling. You haven't quieted your mind enough to receive the message, okay? Trusting the process. Okay, you took the leap of faith. You did it with practicality. Now trust the process. Let's see how it goes. Yes, things aren't going to be perfect. Stop looking for perfection in everything, okay? Because it's not going to work out that way. It would be a boring life if everything was perfect, wouldn't it? I think so. Opening up your heart chakra, bringing back love, true love, not the fake love and light. No, true love is true authenticity, being your true self, knowing that not everyone is going to like you. You are not everybody's cup of tea or coffee, and you don't want to be. That's okay. That's why there is so many personalities in this world, so that we can each gravitate to our soul tribes and to the energies who will like us. That's how it works. Okay? Conscious surrender. Make a conscious effort to surrender to your calling. To surrender to not trying to control everything. To surrender to your organic intuition. Okay? Deeper purpose. Having a deeper purpose and a divine plan is everything you need to incorporate this leap of faith. It's being more intentional, true intentional. We use these words very loosely and we don't embody them. I did it for years. I had all these wonderful books from all these great teachers that have truly unlocked so much wisdom in so many people, and I wasn't applying it. So my intentions were not working out for me for my highest and greatest good until I made the conscious effort to surrender and to actually quiet my mind and really incorporate all these wonderful tools into my own auric field. I had to really embody it, okay? And that's where I messed up. Are you doing that in your life? You got to ask yourself. Stop using your addictions to keep you stuck. I talk about addictions a lot, okay? And the reason I do that is because not all of us do this, but a big percentage of us do this, okay? We tend to go for something to get a quick dopamine hit, right? And it usually has to deal with something that you're using that is not in balance. Like you are using it one way to the pendulum too much. Nothing is in balance. You're not using it in a neutral way, neutrality. Okay, you're using it way too much. You're like I said, your nervous system is like this. Because you're using this addiction, it could be anything. Doesn't always have to be drugs and alcohol. Although that's typically a big percentage of us do that, okay? But it doesn't always have to be that. Where is your neutrality within inside of yourself? Where's the neutral ground? Where is the even scale happening? Why are you doing one thing too much and then expecting that you're ready to take a leap of faith? Or you're asking yourself, why don't I have the passion to take a leap of faith? Because you're using addictions to cloud all that. Instead of really earnestly praying to the Most High and Source and your higher self to remove this out of your auric field, or remove yourself from people that continue to do this, and you know it's not aligning with you anymore. And when you know it's not aligning with you, the discipline and the authority that you have over your own sovereign self is to remove yourself from these energies with love, because it is not helping you grow while you're trying to get rid of this addiction for good. Because something that you do excessively is never good for you, no matter what it is. Okay? So, I hope this message helped you unlock that leap of faith within yourself, that curiosity, that true authenticity, and you can see yourself soaring high like a big, beautiful eagle. high. Okay? High on that totem pole. Because why? Because you got this and you can do it. Love on yourself. Take your salt baths. Get some clarity, quiet time, and open your intuition to know, to get the message on what your calling is. Because we all have one. And until next time, take care.